games you could have walked away. Do you look at that as that you're just right there, and you're real close, or is it more of kind of a frustration thing?
I think you can look at it both ways. I think I think we're in these one-goal games. We're in positions to win these games. Now it's just a matter of finding a way, whether it's holding the lead in the third period and not sitting back and giving teams extra space, trying to play a safe game, or it's a tie game going into the third, or going into overtime, just making sure that we're doing just a little bit more to make sure that we get the 2 points.
And when you look at the standings too, I think it's kind of more jumbled together. It seems like this year than previous years. Not a lot of teams getting separation. Is that something that kind of gives you hope too?
I think the position we're in. I think you look back at some of those games that we weren't able to pick up points, and looking at standings, I think we're definitely in a different spot if we're able to pick up points in some of those games or close out leads. So I think just not getting frustrated, making sure that we're continuing to work on the things that we need to work on, and continue to do the things that we've done well to put us in those positions in those games.
The last game, the PK, I think 5 for 5. That's obviously something you want to replicate. Is that kind of the blueprint for your success there?
I think it's something that we've obviously struggled a bit. Making sure that we're we've had lots of talk, lots of communication about making sure that we're all in the right spot. We're not duplicating. We're not giving too much space, and you want to push the puck to the least dangerous areas. And I think when we were struggling, we were kind of getting a little bit stretched out, giving them those prime areas. So I think we've discussed it, and I think we're see a lot more commitment in blocking shots, making sure we're in the right spots, and so just to build off the last game coming into tonight.
You talk about avoiding frustration throughout the season. Is that just pulling the positives from game by game? Is that how you guys kind of get through some of these stretches here?
Yeah, I think you have to look at the positives. I think you also look at the things that we need to work on, because I think that's where frustration, comes in, is when you're making the same mistakes over and over. So making sure that we're learning from those as well. I think we've done a pretty good job at responding and making sure that we're cleaning up the areas we need to, and growing off the things that we're doing well.
And Colorado comes in with some firepower up front on the back end. What's the key against them defensively tonight?
I think you look at the couple guys they have up front that are able to make plays and make you pay. For us, it's cliche, but make sure we're in their face, taking away their time and space, making sure that we're playing those guys hard, and I think we play a strong defensive game. I think we're going to be able to get our chances as well.
Thanks, Petey.
Derek, with all these one-goal games, these close games, and on losing at most of them, does that increase the frustration level?
Yes.
Or do you look at it encouraging that you're in these games?
No doubt it increases the frustration level. The encouraging part is our process. You watched, we could be sitting here talking about a 3-game winning streak. And the underlying numbers are telling us we probably should have won all 3 games, but we didn't. And we got to find a way to create our own breaks. Make the play in the end, in which the opposing teams that we played made those plays, and stay with it. But there's no doubt about it. There's definitely a huge frustration level to it, because we're a pretty good group on holding ourselves accountable on performance, and we've done some good things. Now, maybe a little correctable for some games we won early in the year that we probably didn't deserve.
What did you? Mott and Edmondson specifically looked like they got a little banged up in the last game. Is everybody available?
Yep, everyone's good. Yeah, no, we're good there. We're gonna get Villano back in. kind of like our D, a little rotation. Fish will be out, and then Gustafson will be back in for Albert Johansson.
What did you like about the PK in Ottawa besides the result?
The result, of course, we spent almost 9 minutes on the penalty kill, and they only had 3 shots and 1 chance. I thought we were aggressive on it. I thought our details were way better, rotations, and that's a top power play. Good credit to Bob Bugner. And they're a heavy, dominant goal line type team. We had really good rotation for that. But we got some clears, we got some blocks, we got some saves. So hopefully a trend that can continue.
Are you starting Huso again?
Yeah, Houston will be back in that.
Any time frame or updates on Talbot and Lyon?
Good question. We were hoping to see them hit the ice soon here. So I'd probably rule both of them out, at least for the next 2.
What have you liked about Rasmussen on the top line?
He goes to the net. He gets at the net. He keeps plays alive. He forechecks for those guys. They've been very good. Obviously, they scored the 2 goals in Boston. Had a ton of chances the other night. It's been a positive. And also, you get a night like tonight where matchups are very dangerous. And we want, obviously, Dylan is going to drive us, get a ton of minutes. I think just the addition of Rask is a little bit of a check or two, especially with some potential tough matchups being the top line.
How have you seen Mo and Simon continue to grow as a pair together?
Excellent. Talk about some of our improvement on the process, some improvement with those underlying numbers. Obviously on the road trip, did a pretty good job keeping the puck out of the net, limiting grade A's, limiting slot shots, and a lot of it is those 2 taking the bulk of it, especially against tough matchups. So they keep improving, keep elevating. Really good sign for us.
Yes.